With another yarny tutorial for you today. This time it isn't knitting or crochet, but it does include scrap yarn and a toilet roll. So now you're intrigued, but you're not intrigued because you already know what the tutorial's for, because that's why you clicked on this video. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little bobble hat ornament. I found this on Pinterest. I thought it was adorable, so I thought I have to give it a go. And yes, it fits my cactus. So now my cactus has a hat. But it's super cute. I used bulky yarn for this, but you can use any scrap yarn that you have. You can use fingering weight, you can use double knit. I just went with bulky, and it's a very fluffy yarn, just because it's one that I have, and it creates a real nice pom-pom. Obviously the thicker the yarn, the less or the fewer strands you need to have around here. But yes, super easy, super quick, ideal also for both children and adults, and is a little ornament, so that's cute. But yes, you didn't click on this video to watch me waffle on. Let's just get on with the tutorial, shall we? So to make these cute little bobble hats, you are going to need a toilet roll tube, some scissors, and some scrap yarn. As I said, I'm just using bulky yarn. And what you're going to do is you're going to need lengths that are around 10 inches long, which I think is around 25 centimeters. So I just found this cookery book, which I think is 9.5 inches tall, and just wrap the yarn around it. And it's a really easy way to get yarn that's all the same length without you having to measure strands individually. So just keep wrapping around. Obviously, the thinner the yarn, the more strands you're going to need, so I can't give you an exact number, but you can always do more if you don't have enough, and you can always use any extras to make another one, or make one of random colours. That would be also cool. So then just take your scissors and you are going to cut down, being very careful that you don't damage the book. Cut down the end, and you can just cut down the other end as well if you want, but I just took the yarn and folded it in half for ease. I really want a pie now after looking at the cover of that cookbook. Oh, I miss meat pies. And then you are just going to snip all of those strands in half. So now they're 10 inches long, or 25 centimeters, or approximately that. And pop your book to the side because you don't need it anymore. And then you're going to grab your toilet roll tube, and you are going to cut around a little circle off of around 1 centimeter. So just give that a snip. Try and keep it as straight as possible. Yes. Bend it out, make sure it's all round again, you haven't creased it too much. And then taking your yarn, you're going to fold it in half and adjust the focus, and then you're going to slide it through the tube, and then you're going to take the loose ends through the loop that you made by folding it in half. And this is a lark's head knot, but yes, and you are just going to do this the whole way around, so loose ends through the loop. And keep going around until the whole of your tube is covered in these strands of yarn. And I'm always looking for projects on using up scraps of yarn, because no project ever uses the exact amount of yarn. So blankets are very good, but also making these little things is also really cute and inexpensive. So now you have your hairy tube, and you are going to stuff the yarn up through the middle of it. So now all of the knots are on the bottom, and all of the yarn is sticking out of the top. And I took quite a while making sure that it's all laying flat and everything's all straightened out and everything is all good like that. So you obviously don't have to go to as much trouble as this, but I wanted to make it look nice for you. So I hope you all appreciate it. I know that you do. And my cactus also appreciates it, so. Because who else makes a hat for that cactus, right? Make sure it's all sat nice and flat and such. And then you are going to take another strand, because I had some left over, and you are just going to tie that around the center, or not necessarily the center. Where looks natural for the top of a hat to be. And tie it nice and tight if you can. And then I just tied it in a little bow. You don't have to, you can just trim the ends off. But I wanted to tie it in a little bow because I did. And then just trimming off excess ends on the bow. And then you need to make the top of your hat look more like a pom-pom. Because at the minute it just looks a bit unruly. So attack it with scissors in a structured way until you've trimmed all of the ends till they're a good size. Once again, no science to this. Just obviously less is more. You don't want to cut too much off initially because, yeah, you can always cut more off. I just cut that off for the start, and then I went back and tweaked it. So now we want to get this yarn underneath this bit, and sometimes you can just slide the yarn underneath and it's super easy, but in this circumstance it wasn't, so I just grabbed a crochet hook, stuck that underneath where we tied it and pulled it through. Then take both ends, knot them, and make sure it's nice and secure. You can also use a ribbon, you don't have to use yarn. And just keep tweaking until you are happy with your hat. So I just snipped it off a little bit more because I felt like some of the strands were too long still, especially down this side. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I listened to Christmas music the whole time I was making this and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. Super quick and easy to make. So yeah, time to make a plethora for the Christmas tree. I told you it was super quick and easy, potentially one of the easiest tutorials I have. And yes, you can wear the hat if you want. Well, I can't because it doesn't fit my head, but anyway. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It lets me know that you like it. And why not hit subscribe? I post a new craft tutorial here in the Corner of Craft every Sunday, and then I post a bonus video in the week on a Thursday as well. Every other week you get a podcast, then the weeks in between you get something a little bit different. This past Thursday was a podcast, and if you watched it, I hope that you enjoyed it. Links to all of my social media can be found in the description box of this video, as well as the original pin that I saw. It may not be the original pin, but it's the first pin that I saw of it, as to where I got the idea from, because no, I did not think of this myself, but I wish I had, because it's the cutest little thing. Let me know if you yourself intend on making any little bobble hat ornaments in the comment section below, and leave any requests for any future videos that you may have. But yes, I think that's everything I have to say. My camera battery's dying, which is why I'm racing through. Yes, with all that being said, thank you very much once again for watching, and I shall see you very soon in my next video. Bye! It's Hannah, and today I am back with a wintry tutorial for you, because some parts of the UK are having snow, and I'm sure some parts of Germany are also having snow, as well as various other countries, but Frankfurt hasn't had any snow yet, which is really sad. But it's still early days.